I like this. Audience participation. Can we slow the roll? Now I know what that phrase means. Can we slow the roll? It's just going off. Glenn Erickson writing in. Stop. It slid off the screen. He says, I was at McMahon Stadium on Friday. What a dump. But terrific game day atmosphere and right along the C-train line for great access. While enjoying a couple of pops, it occurred to me the Grey Cup game will be played at this dump next month. That's from Glenn Erickson. Well, I've often said 20 years for me of calling Rough Riders games with the Riders and Stamps at McMahon were a guilty pleasure for me. I loved them. The vibe was palpable. Have you taken in a Rider game at McMahon Stadium?
I have.
It's awesome.
It's amazing.
It's really, really good.
And their location is outstanding. You get the hotels right across the street. When I go to games, or when I work games there, I stay right across. You walk the catwalk across the road, right into the stadium. It's beautiful. And the C-train, is right there too. So I think, I'm going to be honest, I really think McMahon Stadium's getting a bum rap, a bad rap. It is a dump, though.
Well, it's old.
Yes.
But I've been in far worse sports venues than that.
Sure.
I really believe. And the other thing is, little known fact about me, my step-uncle is Jack Goda, CFL great, former head coach of the Riders, Stampeders coach, Jack Goda. When I went to university in Calgary, him and I would go to games, and it was awesome. We'd sit in the very top row, McMahon on the west side, and I loved every second of it. So maybe I'm old school. You know what I think is, well, I know that I'm old school, but I think fans are getting spoiled. And by the way, there's a very good chance that I'm out of touch. There's a very good chance. Sometimes I wonder why you have me in this chair because I'm so out of touch with sports now. Like, we were joking the other night at the Pats game. We could sit and watch the Zamboni go around and around in between periods and be just fine. I know that's the minority.
Yeah.
I don't need sushi at the damn concession. Give me a hot dog, a Diet Coke, and licorice if we're going to get real wild. But what do you need? Why? I just think it's a one-upmanship in sports these days that needs to end somewhere, somehow.
Yeah, we're trying to keep everybody engaged. But, yeah, I mean, that's the beauty of it is... And with this show, everybody's a part of it. We're all inclusive here, right? It's a great spot.
Diversity is strength.
But we can do a little bit of everything. And it's such a wild era that we're in as we transition. I was sitting in a coffee shop last night with my mom in Regina.
Hi, Paula.
Over by the university. And
Stone's Throw.
Yeah, Stone's Throw. You named it. Love that place. They got the most comfy chairs in the city. But I didn't realize, I should have realized, it was about 9 at night, and it's a bunch of university kids. They're right across from the university, so it's full of these, young people. And I'm listening, and I'm not that old. And I'm like, this is a completely different world than even I grew up in, let alone my mom and dad. And the conversations that I'm overhearing, the election's coming up, they don't really care, right? The dating talk, it's all different. Sports, we have to market to these people that we don't even understand. It's a difficult job. So sushi in the concession, all that kind of stuff, I don't know where it's going.
It's not translating to higher attendance figures.
No.
That hasn't worked.
No.
So
and it's not.
Give me a hot dog, hamburger, nachos, and that's really all it should be.
And
but you got these suits running around going, oh, they need this. They're going to be happy with this. But they're not coming.
The one thing I will say, and it came up with the conversation, I was thinking about it when we were talking with Scott Henbury, and he was talking about the Saskatchewan Rush, and we had the jersey in here, and how great the atmosphere is, and how it's addicting. And it is.
The Rush. It's unbelievable.
You get 15,000 people in the building, and they're going, and they're cheering, and they feed off each other. Even if they're not fans, you're not going to have 15,000 people be quiet. It's just not going to happen. Even the conversation level is just going to be louder. And it's an exciting game on the floor, on the field, and it's just unbelievable. And if you really believe in your product, if you believe that Pats hockey and Blades hockey is outstanding, and you believe that if people just came out, they would love watching Kirby Doc, and they'd love watching these guys, and it would be an electric atmosphere, and they'd come back, then if you're struggling to get people in the building, give it away for free. And if it's really that good and you really put on a good show, they'll come back.
The Rush are that way. Which reminds me, if you missed hour one, you missed a real busy one. And our friends from Great Western came in with a gift all the way from Saskatoon. And that is a Saskatchewan Rush Original 16 jersey, as you see here. And Scott from Great Western said, hey, maybe you can give it away. And I said, no, maybe we can't. We're keeping this.
We're going to frame it and put it on the wall.
Nice try, though.
But this is part of the...
We're framing it.
Nobody wants to give it away for free.
I don't want to give it away.
But nobody wants to give away tickets for free because they think people will come in. They'd rather be like, well, we can get $20 out of them instead of $30 for the tickets, so we'll give them a discount. People get addicted to discounts. They don't get addicted to free. I heard that. It stuck with me. And it's why when I go shopping for clothes, I know that there's always a sale going to be on, so I'll never buy anything full price, right?
Right.
You get addicted to discounts. You don't get addicted to free.
Guys are writing in here, both Riders fans and Stamps fans, about McMahon and the 09 Grey Cup and how there was too many people packed in there for the size of the facility. That's probably true, but that's why they have not upped the capacity. I think it's only 35,000 for this year's Grey Cup. For that reason, they understand that they're not built for 40,000 plus there at McMahon Stadium. I think McMahon Stadium gets a bad rap. Guys are now writing in on the Facebook wall about Nick's Steakhouse right across the street. Oh, so good. So good. And I never even had a steak there. I went there for baked lasagna in the silver bowl. It's getting a bad rap.
The Dinos, speaking of having the helmet up on the desk there, they've been so good to me because they have their team dinners over there. So when I'm working their games, they'll invite me over. That's how I came on to Nick's, and now I go every time. So good.
Yeah. So they just need to pump themselves up a little more. They need people like us. That's what they need.
You're watching Rod Pedersen On Demand. For more of The Rod Pedersen Show, visit rodpedersen.com or follow Rod Pedersen on social media.